The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is a 3-axis gimbal with a 1-inch CMOS sensor. It can shoot up to 4K in 120 frames per second. It's advertised as a sports, action, and vlogging camera. It's much more than that. What I like about this camera is whether you're a seasoned pro who understands a camera on any level, amateur, intermediate, advanced, or if you don't know anything about cameras, this is for you. The flexibility that this thing has is what makes it a useful tool to have. Right out of the box, it's ready to go just like a phone. Auto exposure, auto ISO, auto color. But if you want to delve into it and change any of those settings, it has flexibility no matter what your application is. When you buy the Creator Combo, you're getting 2 different size battery grips, the tripod, hard case, USB-C cable, a wide-angle lens adapter, and a Bluetooth lavalier clip-on microphone with a dead cat windscreen. So everything fits inside this case except for the hard grip. The hard grip has a magnetic holder for the wide-angle lens and another slot for the black mist or ND. But it doesn't fit in this handy shave case. If you're thinking of buying this case separately, keep into consideration that it doesn't hold the hard case, and I think there are other cases that hold everything, if that matters to you. If you're curious about the image and sound quality of this, right now I'm filming on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro. I have a Sennheiser lavalier mic that's going directly into the camera through a mini XLR. Let's switch over to this. This is the gimbal with the Bluetooth lavalier mic attached to it. Looks pretty good, sounds pretty good. I can make this sound even better by plugging the Sennheiser microphone directly into the Bluetooth clip-on that this comes with. So plug the Sennheiser directly into this. This Bluetooth microphone only comes with the Creator Bundle. You can buy the same Bluetooth microphone that the Pocket 2 uses. That is compatible with the Pocket 3. You can also plug in the Rode microphone to this. The problem is getting a cold shoe to mount to the actual device. I've seen some accessories that are clip-ons for yourself, a bike or a car, that have 2 cold shoes on them. So accessing functions in the menu involve you swiping left, right, up, and down. Swiping left gives you your media. Swiping up is your resolution. If we swipe right, we get the audio and video controls. So there's 2 icons. The first one that pops up is the video icon. You have your exposure, which is set to auto. So if you just click on that, you can go in and change your ISOs. Now, another thing you can do with auto exposure is select the range. So it's always going to start at 50. The other thing I would suggest if you're using auto mode is on the left-hand side, you have an EV, that's exposure value. 0 is going to give you the best of both. It won't give you an image that's too bright. It won't give you an image that's too dark. But I like to set mine at -0.3 focus modes. There's single focus, continuous, and showcase. So right now I'm on the Blackmagic. If I go like this is not in focus, I am. If I do that again on this camera, you would see the difference. White balance, you can automatically set to the white balance or dial it in. You have 3 different color modes. So you have normal, D-Log M, and HLG, the image adjustment. This is something I definitely think you want to go in and do. It's a very sharp image and the noise reduction can be a little bit jarring sometimes. I do the sharpness at -1 to -2 depending. I mean, it will really give every detail in your face. So under the audio icon, you're selecting if you want stereo or mono, noise reduction on or off. There's a microphone on the front of it. There's a microphone on the back. When you swipe down, you have your gimbal modes, your rotation speed. The one I think is most important is the brightness. I think it's important to bring that down to at least 50%. It's a really bright screen. You're going to save a lot of battery life by bringing that down. And then the other setting that I think is important to talk about is your presets. This does shoot in 120 frames per second. However, when you go to select your frame rate, you notice it only goes up to 60. In order to access that, you have to click on the lower left-hand corner of this camera icon and go from video mode into slow motion. And that's shooting at 120 frames per second now. Switching this screen is what switches your modes from portrait to landscape. So this is active track enabled and I'm hands-free. And it's basically going to follow me around as I move. So if you're filming yourself, it's nice to have that. It will follow you. As you get closer, it'll tilt up and down, it'll pan. You can also select an object. This around and up and down, it's going to stay focused on that area of the guitar as best as I can. So no matter where I move it, the gimbal head is going to follow. So it has a USB-C port on it. I never have to take the macro SD card out of this. I just plug this right into my computer, pull the files off of it. It shows up like a hard drive. Use the USB-C cable, plug that into your computer to do live streaming. So as far as the color logs, let's take a look at those. This is normal. This is D-Log-M. This is HLG. Now the other two aren't graded. Let's just throw a quick LUT or grade on those so you can get an idea of what your footage can look like. Setting up this video on the Blackmagic took me about 40 minutes to get the camera, the monitor, the microphone, everything set up, where with this I would just turn it on, point it at me, make sure that I'm in front of a window with enough light. It's the same lighting setup that I'm using here. So it's a little bit brighter, a little bit clearer, but you still do need to throw some light at it. But this is what it looks like if you're just going to use the room light. These are 2 lamps. I wanted to record my mom and dad talking to preserve their stories. It's grainy, it's fuzzy, I know, but the story is the context here. So that's where that applied. And a lot of times when I'm interviewing people, when you put the lights and the cameras on them, they get a little uncomfortable. They feel like they're, on the spot. And then once you get up from the cameras, they're showing you things, they're telling you stories. This is very non-invasive for storytelling. If you follow someone around, providing they know you're filming them, they're gonna be more of themselves, and you don't have to worry about carrying a big camera, having the big lights on them. Sometimes that's okay if you're getting B-roll or run and gun footage. I find it to be a really huge advantage in situations like that. So what I really like about this camera is the flexibility, the ease of operation, just taking a camera out in the spur of the moment to capture an interview, capture an event. Who is this camera for? It's a great vlogging camera. If you're doing a YouTube channel, it's perfect for that. And I could certainly see it being a good supplemental camera, a B-roll camera. If you're new to cameras, it's a great starter because it will do everything for you. Even operating the gimbal. It's hard to mess that up on something like this. It also comes down to the company. I trust DJI. I have a few of their products. They've been around a while. This is what they do. They make these gimbals, they make these handheld cameras, the drones. They update them. I've seen some knockoff versions of this that are considerably cheaper. Don't get that. You're investing in yourself, you're investing in your products, you're investing in your career. So it's worth it to spend the money to buy the brand name in this case. And I'm really happy with it. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far, it means a lot. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, please, and leave me some comments. I'd like to know, are you thinking of getting this? What other DJI products do you have? And what other type of cameras do you supplement your existing camera setup with? So that's it. Thank you so much, everybody. Until next time.